Hi there, everyone. Hi, Lydia. Welcome to the practice of Lesson 24 from A Course in Miracles workbook for students. We start by thanking the Holy Spirit for His guidance, for being this voice for God and our true spirit, our true self. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for presenting yourself through every brother and sister and in every situation, and for showing us the lesson of forgiveness, of true forgiveness. And the quote from The Disappearance of the Universe for today is this one that we have already read from Lesson 15. It says, "As we go along, you may have many light episodes. They may take many different forms, some of them quite unexpected. Do not be afraid of them. They are signs that you are opening your eyes at last. They will not persist because they merely symbolize true perception, and they are not related to knowledge." And that's the quote. And now we're going to read lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interests. In no situation that arises do you realize that the outcome that would make you happy. Therefore, you have no guide to appropriate action and no way of judging the result. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation, and that perception is wrong. It is inevitable then that you will not serve your own best interests, yet they are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. If you realized that you do not perceive your own best interests, you could be taught what they are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. The idea for today is a step toward opening your mind so that learning can begin. The exercises for today require much more honesty than you are accustomed to using. A few subjects, honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods which should be undertaken today, will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a large number. 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods which the exercises involve. The practice periods should begin with repeating today's idea, followed by searching the mind with closed eyes for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. The emphasis should be on uncovering the outcome you want. You will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals are on different levels and often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you would like to be met in its resolution. The form of each application should be roughly as follows. In the situation involving I would like to happen and to happen, and so on. Try to cover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation or even to be inherent in it at all. In these exercises, if these exercises are done properly, you will quickly recognize that you are making a large number of demands of the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory, that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering the list of as many hoped-for goals as possible, for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, say to yourself, I do not perceive my own best interests in this situation, and go on to the next one. And that's the end of lesson 24. Let me check something. And then, well, it's a 2-minute practice. We start by repeating the idea, I do not perceive my own best interests. And then we apply the idea in a problem. It says unresolved situation. So we search for an unresolved situation and we apply in this situation involving I would like this to happen and this other thing. For instance, if you have trouble at work, you can say, in this situation regarding my job, in this situation with this person, I would like this to happen. And maybe you think, I would like to be removed from that area. I would like to remain there and that the person who is bothering me is removed. I would like to quit my job. I would like to stay in that job. It says at one point that you will recognize that your goals are contradictory, that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. So when you are looking for the things that you'd like to happen, sometimes you think about something and maybe it makes you happy, or maybe you feel disappointed. Oh no, I really don't want this to happen, to quit the job or whatever. So it says that few situations is better than analyzing many. So in the 2-minute period, practice period is sufficient to do 2 or 3 the examination for 2 or 3 situations, no more than that, because you have to look for things that you'd like to happen in connection to this unresolved situation. So we're gonna start with the 2-minute practice. Let me set the 2 minutes, and then we start by repeating the idea. That is, I do not perceive my own best interest. We start by repeating the idea. I do not perceive my own best interest. And we start the 2 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Close eyes. In this situation, involving I would like this to happen. I would like this to happen. I would like this to happen. In this, I do not perceive my own best interests in this situation. Next situation. In this situation, involving I would like this to happen. I would like this to happen. And I would like this to happen. In this situation, I do not perceive my own best interests. In this situation, involving I would like this to happen. I would like this to happen. I would like this to happen. In this situation, I do not perceive my own best interests. I do not perceive my own best interests in this situation. And we finish our 2-minute practice period. We can open our eyes, and well, that is lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interest. My recommendation is that you remember this lesson 5 minutes from now. You remember or you remind yourself, what was the lesson 24? I do not perceive my own best interest. And you do your practice, 2-minute practice period. You can even do it by calculating the time. You just close your eyes and examine 3 situations, 3 unresolved situations. And at the end of every outcome that you'd like to have, I would like this to happen. You say at the end of every outcome, in this situation, I do not perceive my own best interests. And that's it. And just before we go to bed, we can remember to do our final practice period, 2-minute practice period, or to examine 3 unresolved situations. When we're sitting on our bed, we remember to do the last practice period of the day. And thank you so much for joining, Marisol, Lydia, Juanita. Have a great day, an inspired day, and may all of us remember the lesson today, and we remember to forgive. That is our only function here. Thank you so much for joining, and have a very inspired day. Bye bye, everyone. Bye.